Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're diving into a new kind of prop firm account that's designed to tackle one of the biggest headaches for traders, the trailing drawdown. We're going to break down the Apex Trader Funding 100K end-of-day account and figure out if this new model is really the game changer it claims to be. So, let's start with a feeling that I bet is pretty familiar. You're in a fantastic trade, the profit is climbing, but instead of feeling great, you're just feeling stressed, right? You're watching that trailing drawdown like this monster creeping up behind you, ready to snatch away your account. If you've been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that feeling, that anxiety, is the whole problem we're talking about today. You've got these two different worlds. On one side, you have the old school intraday trailing drawdown, which causes all that stress. And on the other, you have this calmer, much more predictable model, the end of day, or EOD drawdown. So here's our game plan. First, we'll nail down exactly what's wrong with the old way. Then we'll explore the EOD solution. After that, we're getting into the nitty-gritty, the evaluation rules, what it costs, how you actually get paid, and we'll finish up with a super important reality check. Okay, first up, let's really get into why that traditional intraday trailing drawdown can feel like your worst enemy. Why is it so darn stressful? Well, here's the deal. Your failure point was always chasing your highest unrealized profit. It creates this intense pressure cooker where, and this is the crazy part, even a winning trade can feel like it's pushing you closer to failure. You just get zero breathing room. So, if that's the problem, what's the fix? Let's move on and look at this new system Apex has put on the table, the end-of-day drawdown model. It's really a different way of thinking about risk.
Okay, this is the most important part, so listen up. Your maximum loss limit only gets updated once a day, and it's based on your final closed balance. That means it totally ignores those big, juicy, floating profits you might have during the day. That is a massive, stress-reducing game changer.
And this little timeline just shows you exactly how it works. See, you start the day, your drawdown is at 97 grand. Midday, you're up 2,000 bucks in a trade, but look, the drawdown level hasn't budged. It's still 97 grand. It only moves up for the next trading day after you've locked in your profits. It's just so much more stable. All right, so we get how the drawdown works now, but how do you actually pass this thing? What are the rules of the game you need to play by to get funded? Let's look at the key numbers. For this $100,000 account, you need to make $6,000. But honestly, the number that really matters for staying in the game is your max drawdown, $3,000. You also have this daily loss limit of $1,500, which is actually your friend, and you can trade up to 8 contracts while you're in the eval. And let's focus on that daily loss limit for a sec, because it's super important. Think of it like a circuit breaker in your house. If you lose 1,500 bucks in one day, boom, trading is shut off. But only for that day. This is huge. It is not a failure. It's a safety net to stop one horrible day from completely wrecking your chances. You just dust yourself off and come back tomorrow. Now, here's a quick heads up, just a little detail you need to know. During the evaluation, you can trade with up to 8 contracts. But as soon as you pass and get that funded performance account, your max size scales back a bit to 6 contracts. Just something to keep in mind. And here's some really good news, especially if you like to trade your own way. They've tossed out a bunch of those old, annoying rules. There's no minimum number of days you have to trade, no more complicated risk to reward rules, and getting your money out is way simpler. It just gives you a ton more freedom. Okay, next section. Let's talk money. What's the actual out-of-pocket cost to get your hands on one of these 100K accounts? It's pretty much a 3-step process. First up is the evaluation fee. And seriously, always look for a discount code. They can make it super cheap. If you pass, you pay a one-time activation fee. And then you have a choice to make. You can either pay a recurring monthly fee or a one-time payment for lifetime access. And you can probably guess which one most people go for. So, to put a number on it, if you snag one of those big discounts, you could be looking at a total upfront cost of around $255 for a lifetime funded account. No more monthly payments ever. Pretty sweet deal. All right, let's get to the best part, the part everyone is waiting for. How do you get paid? Let's break down the rules for withdrawing your hard-earned profits. The basics are actually super simple. You got to trade for at least 5 days, your withdrawal has to be at least $500, and here's the kicker. For your first several payouts, the profit split is 100% yours. You make it, you keep it. All of it. Now, this next rule is really important to understand so your payouts go smoothly. It's the 50% consistency rule. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It just means that your single best trading day can't make up more than half of your withdrawal amount. So if you want to pull out 6 grand, no single day can be responsible for more than 3 grand of that. It's just to show you're a consistent trader, not a one-hit wonder. And one last thing on payouts, there's a little safety net. To ask for a withdrawal, your balance needs to be over $103,600. This basically means you need to build up a small buffer above your max drawdown line. It just protects the account and makes sure that after you take money out, you're not sitting right on the edge of failure. It's smart. Okay, we have covered the rules, the costs, the payouts, the whole shebang. So for our final section, let's talk about the single most important mindset shift you need to have to trade this account successfully. So let's just recap the big advantages here. The EOD drawdown doesn't care about your floating profits. That daily loss limit acts like a safety net. It all adds up to a way less stressful trading day, especially for traders who like to let their positions run for a bit, like swing or pullback traders. And this, right here, is the absolute most important thing to get into your head. Yes, it's called a $100,000 account, but you are not trading with 100 grand. Your real risk capital, the actual amount you have to work with, is $3,000, your max drawdown. Thinking of it as a 3K account, not a 100K account, will completely change how you manage your risk. So, we've laid it all out, and the final question really is for you. Knowing that this account is built for stability, with a fixed drawdown and daily protection, does that kind of structure fit with how you trade? Does it work for your personal style? Only you can answer that one. Thanks for watching The Explainer.